I turned a brand new Amazon listing into $10,000 in just 30 days. And here's exactly how I did it. And we can see we picked a very niche product. Right now, it's October 11th. We launched this in September. So not bad at all, with over $11,000 in sales on Amazon. And it was very niche. And you can see the actual data showing the breakdown and all of the Amazon's fees. Yes, it wasn't a perfect launch, but it was still successful. Now we can see in the last 30 days, sales 11,000, net sales, and all of Amazon's fees broken down. Here's the actual net proceeds after Amazon takes their cut and everything Amazon wants just to, be Amazon. But that's not that bad. And this is a solid launch, and it is completely possible. Now, if you want to do a launch like this, what I recommend is to do a phase plan. And this is where you kind of just go through what you're going to be doing. This is how we start with our clients, is what we're doing before the launch, right? So we're onboarding you, we're meeting with you, we're doing product research, product launch strategy, right? And then what we're doing during the launch, after the launch, things like that, right? You do want to have a nice little product research sheet where we're going through the top competitors, barrier to entry. We're not going to be going over product research, but I just wanted to show you that, we kind of have exams, we go through everything, but having a good product makes a difference. Like, this is a very unique product. So make sure we go back to this exam. What does it say? What's going to determine if you're successful on Amazon pretty much 100% of the time? It's going to be your product. If your product is too competitive or it sucks, you're just never going to be successful long-term on Amazon. So really make sure you have a good product. Like, this one's extremely unique. And then we're writing out the launch strategy, right? So we're going through the launch strategy. We're doing SEO. We're doing pricing, main image, video, A+ content, brand story, Amazon Vine, inventory, Amazon ads. So this is like the basic of what you want to go through when you are launching a product. And if we're looking at an example listing, we can pull this one up right here. And we could say, let's pretend that we want to launch a dinosaur nightlight. Okay, very basic, but we want to make sure we're generating, $10,000 in sales. And the first thing you can do is just look at competitors' SEO and see what they're doing. So we can look at different competitors and look at what they're doing if we were doing a dinosaur nightlight. So if we go back and we open this up, we can see a competitor right here. And in the first 4 words, they say exactly what the product is. Dinosaur nightlight projector, right? And you want to do that. Make sure your title is very, in the beginning, it says exactly what the product is. And then they also say who it's for, right? Just make sure it's idiot proof. And then their bullet points are very good. So just look at your top competitors. They've got 1,000 sales in the past month. So they're doing something right. That's going to be the easiest way to start with SEO. You could use tools and learn them. But if you are a beginner, you want to start small. Next up is going to be pricing. And you can see these guys are way overpriced when they first start. This happens a lot. So this is going to be the most important thing, is making sure you don't launch with a very high price. It's okay to lose a little bit of money in the beginning because you need to gain traction. And people love pricing. Here's like an example. Main image. We want to make sure your main image stands out, right? So you could just have a regular basic non-stick pan, right? Or you could have something that really shows and produces emotion. And this is why this one's generating a lot of sales. Pretty much all the competitors don't have anything on their product. It's just pieces of metal, and they're just doing something different to stand out. So do something different to stand out. Don't just look at your competitors. Look at random areas, right? Random categories like this one. How are they standing out? And try to relate it back to yours. You want to have good secondary images as well. You can see they actually have people using the product, more food that looks delicious, things like that. Next up is having a video. So you can just have a video just kind of showcasing how the product works. Something very basic. Looks like they just set up a tripod for that. Nothing crazy. A+ content. That's going to help as well. So if we scroll down in the description, having good A+, this is premium A+ content, but having A+ content does make a difference, especially if they're staying on the page and it's a high ticket item. And then we also have brand story, Amazon Vine, inventory, and then Amazon ads. Now, Amazon ads is a little bit more difficult in the beginning. So that's going to have to be a separate video, but this is a basic launch checklist. And I really recommend you have a checklist. You've got some of your top competitors. You've got the first images. You've got everything down, and that's going to help you be successful. Now, if you do want to get a free audit, like you already launched or your product isn't generating sales, you can go to our website in the description, click get a free listing audit. You're going to fill this out, and we're going to contact you and actually go through your top competitors so we can see how much money they're making. We can give you some top improvements on what you can do to make more money, more sales, get more clicks, all that fun stuff. But that's it for today's video. If you want more Amazon videos, tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. Links right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. One of our most popular services is our full management. We'll help you find products, contact the manufacturers, launch products, run your ads, your designs, and make sure you're making money on Amazon. It's all about helping you work on your business, not in it every day. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, signing out.